Hello everybody and welcome to the Wooden Sheep Gaming Podcast. I have no idea if we're live, but we'll find out soon enough. My name is MrWoodenSheep, and today with us we've got the Guff the Sinister. We've got
Hello.
Rage Wild the Forgiving. And you've got me, the Luscious. And we're back with some more gaming news. Can you guys confirm if we're live? Because I hate this new YouTube setup and I have no idea if anything's working.
Let's see.
And I haven't
Subbox
done
will
this.
tell me, right?
We haven't done it. Yeah,
We're live.
Oh
We're
yeah,
live?
it says now live.
Alright, cool. We haven't done this in like 4 months, so I've kind of forgotten how it works. But man, in those 4 months, I've played so many fucking games. So many different cool new games that I'm really excited to talk about. And loads of other interesting articles. We're obviously not going to talk about everything. But I do want to open with something very inspirational and beautiful that I found. Where else could I find something like this? On Facebook. A beautiful gaming page on Facebook. And it goes something like this. You see a little picture of Kratos here. Hope is what makes us strong. It is why we are here. It is what we fight with when all else is lost. Tage your friends. And I just thought that was fucking funny. Because I don't know, do you guys go on Facebook at all?
I don't have Facebook.
No.
It's one of those websites where obviously I made years ago, and I just go on for 5 minutes every day. I don't know why I still do it, but I find gems like this occasionally where people just don't know how to fucking run pages or fan pages, and I don't know, I just love it. And also we've got this stolen, very obviously stolen, that they're actually selling this. This is a physical calendar someone made of Assassin's Creed. The shittiest looking stuff. Like, some of the images are stretched and everything. They even misspelled June over here. We've got Jewel. And
So wait, this is not official.
Definitely not official. I think Ubisoft. we shit on Ubisoft often, but I think we can give them the credit that they would make a better calendar than this.
Yeah, they're pretty good at merchandising, I suppose. Yeah.
There was another. On February as well. You know, don't need that extra R. But I just really love Tage Your Friends. There's something about it that makes me happy. But yeah, there you go. So how is everybody doing? I know, Guff, you traveled in a barrel yesterday. You posted a new video on your YouTube channel.
Yes.
In Satisfactory.
It went very fast.
It did. It wasn't one barrel though. I'm pretty sure you were like.
Yeah. Wasn't.
You kind of cheated the system, but.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, I said we've got a lot to talk about, so let's get to it. I think one of the first things we can start with actually is me and Guff and Tommy. I wish he was actually here to talk about it with us because I was playing it with him. He was my partner in the game. We've all started playing Satisfactory. Rage, do you have any interest in Satisfactory? Do you remember what it is? We talked about it quite a lot here. Satisfactory, it's a game kind of like Factorio, even a little bit like Minecraft, although barely. It's basically a survival crafting game. Well, you don't actually survive, you don't have to eat and all that stuff, but you have to automate everything by the end of it. So you basically just create a gigantic factory that's feeding ore and coal and I don't know what else. Sorry, that was an ad. Let me play this. And you basically, by the end of it, you've got this gigantic factory, and it's so satisfying, dude. It's so good. Or should I say satisfactory? Here, have you found a video, or do you want me to send it to you? Satisfactory trailer. There you go. But yeah, Guff, you want to tell me how are you enjoying it? I mean, you've been playing it a lot, so I'm sure you're enjoying it.
Yeah, I really like it. I think I've discovered everything you can in the early access for now, but I'm still running around optimizing my production. So, yeah.
Man, games like this rarely kind of grip me for too long, but there's something about Satisfactory that's so fucking fun. Like, I guess the 3D element of it, because I enjoyed Factorio as well, but you've got the 3D depth here, and it's easy to also put everything together. Like, you just kind of snap the conveyor belt from one machine to the other. But, like, me and Tommy, who I was playing with, you just kind of, like, get these adventures. It's one of those games where... like at some point you can scan for different materials with your little gadget, and at some point we scan and we see where's the closest coal mine, and we see it's over a kilometer, really far away. So then we had to like make this giant adventure. We excavated the entire well, not excavate, we just cut down all the trees and like we destroyed a forest. We deforested it completely, made a giant path for a truck, and then we built a bridge across a ravine, and then eventually we automated the truck. And yeah, but it's just, and that's how we bring our coal to our factory. But it's so fun, man. Like, I mean, there could be more content at the moment, in my opinion. We got to the content wall pretty quickly. Like, we ran out of new stuff to build. But even exploring the world, like, there's just interesting new aliens. The vegetation looks cool, and you're just always upgrading. And man, it's so fun. I would honestly recommend it to everyone, even people who aren't fans of this genre necessarily, like I am. You know, it kind of, they always interest me, but they don't grip me fully. But this one is just so fun, and you can see here in this trailer they've built just this massive factory, and it's so satisfying. I really love it. Yeah, I don't know, Rage, if you're kind of interested in a game like this, but I highly recommend it.
I probably would be interested.
Yeah, I mean, it's only on the Epic Store at the moment. If that bothers you, I don't know.
No, not really. Not anymore, I suppose.
Yeah. I like how basically when we stopped doing the podcast is when all this Epic stuff just started going crazy. And we missed all of that controversy. I mean, we talked about it a little bit when it was just starting, but... Yeah, have you guys heard how much more Epic has under their belt now? They've taken...
You mean, exclusive titles? Or?
Yeah, they got... what's their name? The devs that made Heavy Rain, Detroit Becoming Human, and Beyond Two Souls. Those are all coming to the Epic Store for the first time on PC. Which I thought is actually... I mean, I don't mind that so much because it's a game that's not been on PC. So to have it kind of... I don't really care what client it is. Although I'm pretty sure it's also only going to be a 1-year exclusive on the Epic Store. So I might just buy it on Steam a year later, since I still prefer Steam. By the way, yeah, I can actually... I mean, Guff, we can talk about the quality of Epic now that we've actually properly used it. I mean, I guess you played Fortnite at some point, so you also had experience from that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, what do you think of Epic as a client?
It works.
Yeah, right? I mean,
No.
I agree. There's no real reason to shit on it, I guess, but I do feel the lack of overlay and Steam chat with friends and cloud save and preloading and all that stuff. It's all missing, and I'm sure it'll come at some point because Steam was also kind of shitty when it first came out. But, yeah, that's my verdict.
Steam has somewhat different origins, I suppose.
Well, what do you mean? Yeah, I mean, I guess because you're saying like Steam was first made to sell Valve IPs.
No, actually, Steam was first made to be a what were they called? Basically, an online DMR.
DRM.
DRM. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like its origins, and it became a store way later.
It's funny because I'm pretty sure that Steam is one of the worst DRMs at the moment. I think.
Why would you say that?
I remember reading that games that have Steam DRM get cracked for within a day or something like that, as opposed to like Denuvo and whatever the other more obtrusive ones.
Denuvo is also getting cracked in a day nowadays.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, but
it's not the purpose of Steam anymore. Like back then, it was like just always on thing. Like you couldn't. I remember I got Half-Life 2 when it was just released, and it was a shit show.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. Yeah, Epic, they also snagged Outer Worlds, which was a new Obsidian RPG. I don't know if you guys know about that or were looking forward to it. I linked it in the chat.
Yeah, it might be interesting.
Yeah, that game looks really cool.
It's by the guys who made...
It's Obsidian, the original Fallout devs.
Yeah,
and,
the original Fallout.
God, what else have they made? It's I'm losing it now, but yeah, the world looks really cool. I mean, it kind of gives me, I don't like comparing so much, but it's Borderlands-y, a bit of Fallout. It's kind of funny, the atmosphere. It looks cool. I mean, this isn't like super unedited gameplay, but I remember the dialogue was pretty funny. And yeah, it looked cool, but now it's been snagged for Epic. Again, I'm unsure how many of these are permanent exclusives or just yearly exclusives. But yeah, there you go. I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, like to be honest, now if there would be really interesting games exclusively on the Epic Store, would download it.
Mm-hmm.
Just yeah. Just like, I guess they have to do it like that to strong arm themselves
That's
into the market.
That's what the CEO said, I think. It's one of the only ways to kind of create competition for Steam.
But
and
still, they're doing
fully
it quite ham-fistedly though. Like I didn't like how they did it with Metro.
No, with Metro it was really awful. And they actually said 2 days ago, actually, Tim Sweeney is the CEO, right? I believe.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, he said we don't want another situation like Metro Exodus. I guess they realized that there really was so much controversy because Metro was, the previous 2 games were always on Steam, and then it was available for like a year for pre-order on Steam, and then a week before it comes out they pull it to Epic. It was a bit yeah, and it really causes an uproar, and they said they don't want to repeat that. The other games they've been doing so far have been okay because they announced them so far in advance, I guess. Satisfactory was also kind of the same. It was on Steam for a while. Even the alphas were on Steam. But yeah, I mean, I don't blame developers for going that route because Epic guarantees a certain amount of sales for, I think, the first year or something like that. And they also give them just a big bag of cash for exclusivity.
I think another big reason where people are drawn to it. Sure, more money, good. A bigger cut, I mean, is always great. But I think on Epic, you definitely get way more exposure, especially as a small times developer.
Because you're saying there's fewer games.
Yeah, because Steam is flooded with shit.
Yeah.
And actually, genuinely good games just go under in those huge release lists. Like every day there are like 30 games or something coming out on Steam.
I mean,
and, yeah,
I partially agree with that because obviously, you know, you go on coming soon and you can't find anything. I try to do that as often as I can to find new games to review, but I've stopped at this point because there's just too many shitty, awful games. But for the casual consumer, I don't think they get buried by this crap because the higher rated stuff and the stuff that's similar to the games you like, they pop up on the featured homepage. So it's just in the coming soon, I think, or the newly released page that you get stuff buried, because Steam has been trying their best, I think, to, like, you know, you've got, like, for example, any game like Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I was curious, like, oh, how good is Mirror's Edge 2, I wonder. And I'm so used to the Steam review system. For the most part, it's pretty useful, but I can't find it because it's on Origin. I need to try and go on Metacritic or IGN or something, but it's less reliable.
That part is good.
Yeah.
But they're doing a very poor job at curation, so...
Curation, yes. The fact is, though, I think they just changed to the kind of store like itch.io, where basically it's like anyone can upload whatever they want, and it's up to you guys to curate. Because again, you're not getting like trash recommended to you on the homepage, are you? Ever? Like absolute trash, like games made in 10 minutes. That never happens because nobody upvotes those games and they don't get recommended to you. So... I don't know. I agree to a certain extent. I mean, there's like a certain bottom tier of games where it's like, how did you allow this on the Steam? There's really no effort. But the problem comes with who's gonna be that judge, and where do you draw that line? Like, some people might enjoy this shitty game. To me, it looks like shit, but some people might enjoy it. And I remember there was a really good game. What was it? Dungeons of Dreadmore? Is that a game? I remember it took a long time to actually, or maybe it was on Epic. I don't know. There was some sort of dungeon exploration indie game that wasn't on Steam for years because back then it was so hard for them to get on Steam, even though it was a good ass game. And even the Kefling series, I remember talking to the developers and they said we wanted to get on Steam, but Valve didn't allow us because of some sort of quality assurance, and they never put their games on Steam because of that. So it's kind of a good and bad that comes from it. But But I get what you're saying. There's less to sift through.
Those were two extremes. Like they're both bad. Like first they like they don't want any games, and then suddenly they want everything.
Yeah.
Both doesn't work.
It's just they need a fucking human to check this stuff. And yeah, because I agree with you. There's some games that are not arguably, like, they're just awful. Everyone would agree that they're awful. Really low effort trash. And I'm not even saying, like, there's a lot of trashy looking games that are fun and have effort in them. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about absolute cash grabs by notorious developers that are just making games so they can sell trading cards and make money like that. But Steam is cracking down on that stuff a lot, I've noticed. So I think it's cleaning up a bit, but it's too late. The damage is kind of done. And I remember the Epic CEO saying, like, we will never allow crap games on our store. And he also added, or sexual games, which is a little bit of a weird detail to me because sexual can be shit or good, but whatever.
Well, you shouldn't forget it's still an American company.
Yeah.
And Americans have somewhat are more restrictive in adult content.
Yeah. But something that surprised me, I mean, even The Division 2 is not coming to Steam. It actually already came out, didn't it? I think. It's being sold on the Epic Store. Because
in that case, like if they decided not to go to Steam at all, they should have just had the balls to only release it on Uplay.
Dude, I think they realize how much people hate their client, because I remember reading an article recently. I think Zombie U was on sale on Steam, and someone was saying it was like €1 or €2, and someone or a few people said, I'm not even gonna buy it because it uses Uplay. Like, people hate Uplay, and I don't blame them.
No, then
so they would have lost too many sales for
they have
Division 2.
so many talented, like, they can get the talent to make that client good. I don't know why they don't care enough.
I think it's just the damage is done. Maybe the name is already tarnished. I don't know.
Not necessarily. I still think Origin is garbage, but
It's
Origin
better,
used to be shit, and now EA sells stuff exclusively through Origin and it works for them out.
Yeah.
But Origin is still shitty, like not amazing, but it used to be garbage, and they improved it a lot. Like they put effort into it. I still don't like the layout and everything, how the menus are structured and everything, but the client works properly. Like, everything works. You can
I agree. Origin, I'm
spend
totally fine with
money.
Origin,
You
man.
can, but Origin also had a horrible rep.
Yeah, I know, but it got
Because
better.
of its
You're
start,
right.
and then Ubisoft just has to man up, get some talent, some proper people who can do this properly, and then let them have it.
Yeah, Uplay deserves its bad reputation, and you know what deserves it even more? Fucking Bing. Have any of you used Bing? I'm pretty sure I've complained about it before. I think you didn't have a problem with it, Guff, right?
No, it's
oh my God,
Google is better, but it's not. I don't think it's bad.
Dude,
what's your problem with it?
I was recently playing through. I'll talk about it a bit more later. But I played through some of the original Resident Evil games, and at some point I want to look up something, and Bing is like, I put Resident Evil 3 something healing kit, whatever, and then it'll show me stuff for Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 7. It can't even keep the number that I put down, and there were many times, because I was using Edge for, don't ask why, but I was using Edge, and so it defaults to Bing, and every single time, I'm not exaggerating, every single search, it did not give me what I wanted, not even on the first page. And then I would put the exact same keys in Google, and it would find it first result. Even on YouTube, like, something with a slightly different title, but it knew exactly what I was looking for. Google is really smart at this point, and Bing doesn't even come close, and it infuriates me when I use it. I hate Bing so much, man. It's so awful. I tried to give it a chance multiple times, and I give many things chances, but Bing is terrible. Maybe worse than Uplay. Because at least, no, actually Uplay doesn't do what it's meant to either. What am I talking about? The siege challenges every week are always glitched. I can't even collect them until now. Fucking awful. But yeah, also The Walking Dead last Telltale season only on Epic Store exclusive, unless you already owned it on Steam. But they're snagging a lot of stuff. Yeah. Let's see what else.
Yeah.
I've got.
But they said they will stop eventually.
With the exclusives, did they say that?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, when they have a certain market share, when they're like basically established, of course they will stop. I don't think they will hand out that much more money.
No, it's costing them a
because
lot of
it
money.
is basically handing out money.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like they have infinite amount of money, but just it would be interesting if Steam like finally wakes up from its slumber.
They need to.
And starts doing the same.
Yeah, because now we've lost EA, we've lost Ubisoft. Because
Ubisoft...
Ubisoft...
they have like Steam also has infinite amount of money. Like they could do it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. It is weird. It's like they should wake up because yeah, Bethesda, like Rage 2 is coming to the Bethesda client. Same with Fallout 76. Ubisoft is.
Well, yeah, but the Bethesda like yeah, I don't.
EA. Did Rage 2 come out by the way?
Maybe
in May, I think.
Okay, it's one of those games that's gonna release and we're not gonna realize, like Anthem and Division 2 and yeah. Speaking of Division, us three started playing Division 1 for the first time.
Yes,
which is kind of interesting, I guess. I'm having fun with it. We should get back to it. I mean, I went in with really low expectations because I actually thought when I played the beta back when it first came out, I thought it was one of the most boring fucking games I've ever played. But then knowing what it was, I kind of craved it at some point, like just a mindless shooter, RPG kind of thing. And yeah, going into it now, knowing exactly what it was with really low expectations, I started enjoying it. Yeah, I thought like there's some interesting stuff like the Dark Zone. There's a kind of a high risk, high reward thing. But yeah, it is very simplistic, and I don't know why they would make a sequel, but I guess when did the first one even come out? It must have been years ago. So I guess it's worth it for fans of that. Let's see, Division release date. It's probably gonna give me the second one. No, because it's Google. March 8th, 2016. And then Division 2 came out, I think now. Yeah, 2019. So 3 years. Okay, fine, fair enough. Oh, did you guys know that there's gonna kind of be a spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead? Did you hear
Yes,
about that?
I heard about these news.
Yeah.
Yesterday actually, because
Yeah,
from my German.
It's Turtle Rock, the original devs of Left 4
Yeah.
Dead. They're making Back 4 Blood. Still got a 4 in the title. We got to keep that in there. They haven't revealed anything or whatever, but they're just saying they're working on it and they've got like interesting ideas for Special Infected or whatever. So I'm quite excited. But that also means did Valve just not care? Because they definitely would have approached Valve for that, right? They would have said, "Do you want to make Left 4 Dead 3?" And they would have said no. Or maybe they wanted to go independent. I don't know. But that's a bit
At this point, difficult to say.
Oh, man, I'm still holding out for the VR games from Valve. They said they might reveal them soon. And that's gonna be the moment where I'm like, Valve still got it, or fuck, they're gone. For me personally, because I've still been seeing quality every now and again, and they were at least such fantastic devs, and yeah, I just hope that they've still got it. We'll see soon enough, hopefully. Yeah. What's I don't know what this note means. Do you ever write down notes and you're like, I don't know what this is meant to mean, or you wrote it in the middle of the night? Okay, Guff's got his head on his shoulders.
At work, yeah. When I write down notes from the previous day, I'm like, what the fuck?
Like Towers game. What the fuck is Towers game? Towers? Towers could mean anything. Oh, maybe it's just a game called
Towers.
Towers on Steam.
Game.
No, this is definitely not what I was looking at. There's an article from Kotaku.
Here's Towers, a game about a big world with big animals.
Oh yeah, that game looked cool actually. I don't really know why I wrote it down. The name is that's just a showcase of how important it is to have a good title. The game looked really cool actually, but I don't know why I would write it down. I don't know what there is to talk about, but here we can show off a little bit. Creature designs look... Oh, I love those little eyeball things in the water. It looks really good, aesthetically. Looks like some sort of survival game where you play as tribal people. I'm just a fan of creative worlds. If you've got a cool world to explore, like Satisfactory, just huge bonus points from me.
Yeah.
I need to see real gameplay before I get properly excited. But anyway, yeah.
These fucking eyes. Jesus.
Yeah, those eyes are great. Let's see. Such a great topic, but we're too late to talk about Soulja Boy consoles. But it's just funny.
Are they already like?
It's
Was
funny
he
to say that.
finally sued by Nintendo?
I think he was. And also, Snoop Dogg started a gaming league called Snoop Dogg Gangsta Gaming League, and they also emphasized that
Is
it's
this Call of Duty?
no, it was Madden, I think.
Ah, okay.
And it said definitely allows cannabis. They stated that somewhere in their press release, so I thought that was pretty great.
Well, there are some states that are like.
Yeah, of course. I just thought it was really
legal
funny
now,
that
right?
they had to specify that. Got a lot of stuff to say. We've got. Do you?
You can talk about Rape Day.
Nah, I think that's been covered enough.
All right.
That's
then.
not, by the way, that's not like a day that's on Rage's holiday on his calendar. That's an actual game.
It's a
that was released on
German
Steam.
national holiday. So it is.
Actually, I wanted to talk a little bit about Halo on Steam. That's a win for Steam, right? They got Halo. Oh my god, I can't tell you. I mean, I'm okay with Epic. Like, okay, I can deal with it, but I do prefer Steam. And if I waited all these years to find out that Halo is finally on PC, but it's on Epic, I would have fucking been annoyed. I'm gonna be honest. But Halo is finally coming to Steam. Reach 1, 2, 3, ODST, and 4. I never played Halo 4. Are you Rage? You're gonna get it for
Halo
sure.
4. Halo 4 is the That's what the studio. It's not Bungie anymore.
It's
right?
343. Yeah, it's the first one by 343.
Okay.
They took over the IP now. Bungie isn't making Halo anymore.
Yeah.
I got Halo 4 as a birthday present from my friend. But it was, he bought the game for himself, and then it didn't arrive in time, so he ordered a replacement, and then he gave me his open used copy of the original disc that he got as my birthday present, which was great. I never played it though, because I became a PC gamer by that point. But that was a nice, thoughtful gift. But yeah, I never played Halo 4. So Raids, you are gonna probably get this Master Chief Collection, right?
Yeah. I will. Like I played the first one on PC. I remember one of my most favorite games.
I don't know if it would hold up so much. Like I played it recently.
It would. Like the graphic. Okay, yeah, the textures. But these are remakes, right? From the. It's not just the originals. So yeah, I think it will definitely hold up.
One of
like,
the cool things
especially
about
if
the
it's a
Master Chief
remake.
Collection is you can actually press a button and instantly change to the original graphics. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, that's cool.
I love that.
They made something similar for the StarCraft remaster.
Oh, you just click a button and it instantly...
No, not just a button, but you can switch in the menus like right away.
Right, that's what I like. You don't even need to go to the menu in Halo. You just click it and it's there. I love that.
But I like options like that. If they add something like that, it's always nice.
Yeah, I was looking for something like that because I played the Crash Bandicoot remaster. Oh my god, I was so happy that I can play that on PC now. Yeah, I was looking for some sort of even just an original model of Crash Bandicoot. But it was new devs. They recreated the game from the ground up, so they didn't have the original model, and I guess they didn't want to waste like time making it, because the original Crash is so emotive and animated. I love him, but yeah, Crash Bandicoot. Oh man, I 100%ed that. I played all 3 of them. I was so happy. Now the only game I need. I mean, there's a few childhood classics I need on PC, but the next thing. Kingdom Hearts 3, please. It's, oh my god, I've been waiting for that for longer than Half-Life 3. Kingdom Hearts is like the childhood game for me, and I just want the 3rd one to come to PC so I can play it. Please, for the love of fuck, please. It's Disney and Square Enix. They both have games on Steam. Put it on Steam, please. But yeah, that's all I need next. Have any of you played Crash Bandicoot?
No.
You were both
No.
Never owned a PS.
Yeah, you guys were PC gamers, I think, right? When you were younger.
Yep.
Yeah, I grew up on consoles, so. Yeah, Halo, I'm excited. Even more importantly, though, Dwarf Fortress is coming to Steam. Isn't that cool?
Is it?
I don't know. I thought you'd be interested, Guff. And it's got like
I don't know what it's about.
Oh, dude, this game is up your alley, I think. It's
Because I'm short?
Where do I begin? No, not because you're short. Because you're Swedish and Torbjorn's a dwarf and no, actually because it's a super in-depth life game simulation basically. But
Wow.
this game inspired Minecraft supposedly. Let me see. Can I find a trailer where they have like all the visuals and stuff?
With dwarves?
Yeah, with dwarves. It's a 16-second video. And you can see the original aesthetic at the beginning of the video. This is what it opens with. There you go. There you go. So that's Dwarf Fortress. Just some symbols that represent things like trees and stuff.
Yeah. There's a streamer I watch. He played it a lot. Yeah.
There's a really funny story I heard recently, but I think I already told on the podcast, so I won't again. But just this is also another story creator. This game kind of, because it's such an in-depth simulator, I think it's one or two devs that have been making for like 20 years or something like that, and everything is simulated. Vomit on the ground is simulated. Life cycles from different animals and stuff like that. Like, yeah.
There is a good great example I heard at some point. Or actually, I think it happened on stream. The simulation is so in depth. At some point, he was playing, and then he like the time progresses, and he had dwarfs. He had a beer hall where all the dwarfs could get drunk and everything, and he had cats.
I think you're telling the story I told.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh, you told me that.
I think so.
About the cats? Where then all the cats died?
Yeah. Okay, fine. I'll just retell it really quickly.
Okay.
But just to advertise it to Guff. Yeah, the dwarves were drinking, having a good time, and then when they have an activity that they need to do, like when the player told them, go do this now, drop everything you're doing, they would throw the alcohol onto the floor, where it would spill on the ground. Cats would walk through it, then cover their fur in alcohol, and then later on, when they would try to lick their paws to clean themselves, they would ingest the alcohol and vomit and die.
Right.
And so, because they didn't have a high alcohol intolerance. And yeah, this is the kind of game we're talking about. So, really daunting to me, but with this new visual overhaul, that's like, oh, that helps so much. I might have to give it a go.
Wait, visual overhaul?
Yeah, I sent it on Discord. When it's coming to Steam, they're going to actually give it graphics. I think there's always been mods and stuff to give graphics.
Yeah, because it used to be ASCII, only ASCII characters.
Yeah, you can see in the trailer. It's just symbols.
Yeah.
Fuck, From this to this. But yeah, I think keep an eye out on that, Guff.
There is also like an adventure mode as well, where you play a single
character.
Dwarf, yeah, a single character.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm interested. I've got a note here that says Steam Awards winners, but that's so old. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm just going to say our predictions were totally right. All right, moving on. Oh, do you guys know Hunt Down the Freeman?
Yes.
Of course,
Okay.
yes.
Someone made a video about that.
Yeah, I did a video of that.
Oh.
Was that a segue? I can't tell. It's a pretty funny video. Did pretty well. I spent like an entire day editing it. Go watch it. It's good. Yeah, Hunt Down the Freeman, notoriously awful game. And I noticed the other day that they added achievements. And I was like, oh, that'll get me back into playing the game. But let me see, can I show this? I'll just read them out loud. So the descriptions, these are the descriptions of the achievements. Game sucks, I go to bed. All right? So they're acknowledging that their game is shit in some sort of bad humor, I guess.
Yeah.
Then you've got an achievement for something related to a traffic cone. The description is, warning, may contain more polygons than any character models. Then you've got, wow, you stole City 17 and the intro to Alex sequences too. You've got, the more you bug me about it, the less I want to fix it. The achievement is titled Elevator. I assume there's a bugged elevator. Awful. Like, what is this attempt at humor? Oh, here's the best one. Your purchase has been refunded by Steam. We've issued the refund to the payment provider. Is there an achievement for... Is this actually for refunding the game? I can't tell. Or is it just a reference to how people refund the game? But either way, it blows my mind. Like, I don't know if this is some sort of passive aggression or it's just so, it seems so childish and unfunny to me. It's pretty funny. Yeah, but I thought that was funny. The game is awful, really awful. Yeah, I enjoyed that video though. It's kind of fun to shit on the game every now and again. I like to try to be nice, but that game was just not good. Yeah. So there was that. Here's something kind of interesting. As we all know, Guff is an RTX ray tracing connoisseur. He loves his ray tracing in his games. Did you know that Nvidia is considering bringing ray tracing to the 10 series?
They will. They have said they will.
All right, I guess I'm late on the news. Or maybe. I do have it written down as it might have not been a question. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I think that's kind of interesting. But will the 10 cards even be able to run it? Because I feel like even 20s are struggling.
Yeah.
I feel like it's pointless to bring it. I don't know.
Maybe in some.
But no.
Maybe in very small circumstances.
Well, speaking of RTX, I hope you guys haven't seen this, but even if you have, it's pretty great. A video by Christoph Schied. We've got here Quake 2 running with ray tracing.
Yeah, that looks really cool. Actually.
I love that. It looks so cool. I don't know if you've seen it, Rage, but you've got these low polys, but all the reflections and the environment look so real. It looks like some sort of Corridor Digital CGI video. It's so strange to look at. The lighting is so real, but all the polygons and stuff are just from the classic games. I love that. I love that you can just apply ray tracing to anything like this if you want to. It's such interesting technology. Yeah, there you go. We've got I wanted to shit on game journalists a little bit.
Yeah.
Because that's always deserved most of the times. We've got some legendary ones, but this one was one that wasn't really, I didn't really see anyone complain about it. I guess it wasn't big news, but it kind of annoyed me. I think I don't want to shame the wrong person, so let me just Google search this and see. Yeah, okay, it was PC Gamer. Yeah, PC Gamer advertising a new change to Siege, the way breaching charges work. It was slightly buffed, they said. So the deployment animation is much faster. Maybe I should explain. In Rainbow Six Siege, you can plant a breaching charge on a wall, you blow through it, and you infiltrate. Whatever, cool. There's friendly fire in the game, stuff like that. But yeah, in this patch now, they updated the animation, so you place it down faster, and there's less damage on the attacker's side. So that means there's a lower chance of hurting your teammates. And one of the things this article said, like the actual writer said, he loved this change. For me, what are your initial gut impressions? Like,
seems unnecessary.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you. How often do you team kill someone, and then when you do, you were just uncoordinated. You didn't say, hey, look out or whatever. And even if you're not communicating it, it's usually very easy to avoid.
If I kill someone, it's usually myself.
Exactly. Yeah, that too.
Yeah. And if it happens to a teammate, it's usually pretty funny. So
exactly. But yeah, the article says this patch addresses the main things that have always kept me from using breach charges: the time and risk of setting one up. Experienced players can clearly hear the unique sound of a breach charge setup and will try to thwart you by shooting it through the wall. A faster animation combined with less fear of exploding nearby teammates makes them much more viable. To me, that's like, you don't know. I don't like to say that. Yeah, I don't like to say this often, but it just sounds like you're shit at the game. Like you're not playing it properly. I don't know. And this isn't even like such a hardcore game. Well, get good, noob at Dark Souls, whatever. Like this is like, what's the point of taking out the little communication we need, right? I don't know. That's a bit weird to me. Kind of reminds me a bit of like that Cuphead reviewer who obviously just sucked at platformers. Yeah. So there you go. That was kind of upsetting.
Yep.
Yeah. I need to close my shutter because I look like I am on the sun currently. But first, I'll leave you with a topic to talk about, which is, did you know that Activision and EA CEOs appear on the list of most overpaid in the US?
Yep.
Talk about it. Talk about how much you hate it.
Okay, and what does overpaid mean? How do they measure that?
That's a really good question. I'm not sure I have the answer for that right now. But I think it was in reference to the payment that their co-workers get, like the people that under them.
Oh, all right. Sure.
Fucking Guff, not making it easy for me. I was like, this is easy bait. They'll start a conversation. They hate Activision and EA. All right. Yeah, there you go. All right, forget about it then. Okay, here's a funny little bit of news. So, again, in the podcast, we kind of missed the release of Apex Legends. Pretty good game. Doing pretty well for itself. And in the launch week for Apex Legends, another game of the similar name, Apex Construct, received 4,000% increase in page views because people just searched Apex on Steam. I guess they didn't.
No, that's a bit different, right? I heard about this. I think, wasn't this like a Chinese game? Because currently Apex Legends not available in China.
I don't think this is.
I think I heard something similar. Yeah,
Was it this game? It's a VR game on Steam called
Yeah.
Apex Construct.
no, then it was something.
Well, anyway, I just thought it was funny. Like, and it even increased. This is page views that I said 4,000% increase.
Yeah.
But people also bought it, and the developer was saying they're issuing refunds because it's like, this isn't what I wanted. But can you imagine being that kind of person where you just search Apex and then just buy it immediately without even looking at it? It's a VR only game on Steam. It's 30 euros as opposed to free. The genre is completely different, and you just buy it and then try it and then say, this isn't the game I was looking for. I don't understand.
Yeah, sorry, here is the article. Yeah, Apex Legends not available in China. And so, yeah, it says, like, the most people affected by, like, who bought Apex Construct were from China, actually. But they wanted to get Apex Legends.
Can you imagine that? I don't understand. Like, they're just acting on impulse. Click, 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 buy. Oh, what the fuck? This isn't the game I want. I don't understand at all. It's so weird. It's so weird. But, yeah, fuck. I don't know. That's weird to me. Oh, speaking, I guess since we're on VR, I mean, I don't really know if we can have a discussion about this. Guff, have you tried Beat Saber? You have VR. Are you interested?
No, I have not. No, not really.
No? I mean, you're not into like rhythm games, Guitar Hero, Audio Surf?
No.
Okay. Well, yeah, I just want, I mean, whatever. It's a great game. So good. But they promised for so long, like, oh, we're going to implement an official track creator. They never did up to this point. And this game released in May 2018. It's now March 2019. Still don't have that. And now they release DLC packs. You can buy all of them for like $20. And the game is still in early access. It only has like 12 songs officially in the vanilla game. I don't know. It just kind of leaves a sour taste in my mouth. But I guess you guys can't really comment on that much. It's just kind of shitty business practice.
Yeah. If they said they were gonna make an editor, then just make DLCs instead.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. I mean, there is an editor already. Like people have been making them for a year. People make all sorts of songs, so maybe that's why they were kind of like, forget about it. But the game is still in early access, and I paid 20 euros, I think, and I just got 12 songs. They're great songs. It's really fun. I knew what I was getting when I bought it. But now to charge another 20, or it might even be, another 10, sorry, for all of the song DLCs. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of shitty to me.
Well, the system itself sounds like they just wanted money. Because, I don't know, I don't think it's that difficult to set up. Like, there's a game, a really old one, it's called Audio Surf.
Yeah, I just mentioned it, yeah.
Oh, you just, yeah, because there you can just use songs that you have in your PC.
Yeah, but the difference is Audio Shield does the same. It's created by the same developer, also a VR game. you can do the same thing. It generates tracks automatically, but they're nowhere near as good as Beat Saber because it doesn't generate like Audio Surf and Audio Shield. They're really fun, but Beat Saber is crafted in a certain way to make you dance sometimes, and you like slash right on the melody or the beat. Audio Shield and Surf are a bit more limited.
Okay.
So yeah, this is worth it. I love the game. I can't stress how much I loved the game, but yeah, lack of songs a bit annoying. Yeah, I also have I guess before we move off of this too quickly, because we were talking about Microsoft stuff earlier, I almost feel like, because there's been rumors like Xbox Game Pass is a sort of subscription service, from what I understand, where you can get all sorts of games and play them for a subscription fee, and sometimes a lot of the games are like newly released, and they're bringing that pass to Nintendo Switch, if I'm correct.
Okay.
Which is Microsoft Pass?
Yeah. Let me just confirm that before I say something wrong. Or maybe it was a rumor.
Are there Microsoft games on the Nintendo Switch?
Well, that's what it's saying. Yeah, these are all rumors. A lot of sites are saying they might be coming because they teased things and whatever.
All right.
But also, this kind of ties in because I was gonna say like Master Chief Collection now came to PC, and I just feel like I see a lot of steps that Microsoft is kind of giving up on the Xbox as a console because they're really losing the race this generation. So I wonder if they're gonna just go mostly into a service. Like, we provide the Xbox Game Pass on PlayStation and Nintendo and PC. You can get all our games, but fuck our console. Because really few people have gotten the Xbox One compared to PS4 and Switch. So,
well,
yeah.
Yeah, but also they like first they also of course started to put everything also on Windows 10.
Yeah.
Specifically to push Windows 10. But now also the cycle is almost over. Like, most people are expecting this E3 to be the platform to reveal the new consoles, the next generation consoles. So yeah, of course they would now abandon it and try to push their product instead, because the division has to make money still.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to lay down my prediction. I think they're gonna really start focusing more on the software side or the subscription side as opposed to their console, because I think they've
we'll see. Like, if they don't announce a console at all, like if they really don't decide not to compete with Sony this time around, then sure.
Yeah.
But otherwise,
that's probably gonna be a while away though. I don't think anyone's ready to buy a new console generation yet.
of course they are.
Yeah, it's about time.
Is it?
It's
When
about
was the
time.
PS4 released? Release date 2013 November. Yeah, I guess it's been 6 years. How long between PS3?
Yeah,
and
the
PS2?
third generation was really long, but it's also way too long.
2006
So now
was
would be a
PS3,
good time.
and then 2013 PS4. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Is there? I'm. None of us are like proper full-on console gamers now. So.
Actually, best and newest showcase, like how obsolete the hardware is becoming now, is Division 2, because on PC it looks
Really?
like, if you look at the comparison video, like in comparison it looks like garbage on
look at
on
that.
the PS4.
Yeah, I mean, obviously. But are they really starting to show their date now?
Yeah.
Console,
And
PC.
I also think there are plans for the next generation already.
Yeah, there are a lot of rumors around.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, there's always kind of rumors for that, but
there was this rumor that Microsoft would make a console specialized for streaming games. So it's not that powerful, but you can like Google Stadia.
Yeah,
but Microsoft instead.
I was waiting for that, because we did actually talk also a few episodes ago about Assassin's Creed. They were doing a test of that where you could just stream it from Chrome. Yeah, sounds interesting. I mean, this video isn't what I'm looking for. Whatever. Yeah, I believe you though. Yeah, maybe we'll see a new console generation soon.
And Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it depends on Microsoft more or less.
Yeah,
If they
we'll
want to
see, I guess.
compete in this generation or want to pull out. And then it will be basically only Sony left. Because I don't think you should compare Switch to any other home console.
No.
Yeah, they're not trying to compete. They're doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I had a few.
Sorry.
Sorry. No, go on.
Have you also heard about the Google streaming thing they want to do?
Yeah, Guff said it. Stadia?
Oh.
Was that the
Yeah,
name?
I think
Stadia?
that's what it's called.
Yeah. Yeah, it's another competitor. I do think gaming streaming is gonna be the future. For me, the perfect thing would just be to have an option, like streaming.
Have you seen the have you seen the controller?
It looks like the Xbox One, right?
No, it looks like DualShock and the Xbox controller had a baby.
Really? I
They
mean,
made it
best
white,
of both
yeah.
worlds. Why not, right? Let's see. Yeah, it does look like DualShock. You're right. The analog sticks are concave. Yeah. Or is that the other one? I always forget. And then they've got even the bumpers look like it. Yeah, that's kind of a neat looking thing. Although it does look a bit like a remote controlled car remote, but I don't know. See, I don't know how it would feel, the ergonomics of it, the grips or whatever. What did I want to say? Yeah, I had some stuff noted down from CES, actually. It's still kind of interesting because I don't know if a lot of people talked about it, gaming related stuff. Like, did you see, this has always kind of existed, but not to such a certain extent, the Alienware Area 51 laptop. They are making a laptop which is basically a desktop. Like, it's going to be fully customizable for years to come, and they're even making custom GPU parts and stuff for it. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, but not many people would buy it.
No, just people with
Because
money.
the price tag will be still way higher
I agree.
than normal desktop.
And
you still have the issue with all laptops is the heat management.
And then also you could just get probably for the same price something stronger for a desktop.
Yeah, like if you go like for the how should I put it? Like the middle-priced versions of laptops can compete with desktops properly. But if you go to the higher budget sector, the laptops get exponentially more expensive.
Yeah.
The same power than a desktop.
I thought it was interesting though. Yeah. We've got also the HTC Vive Pro I. And I thought one of the really interesting features about it was foliated rendering. I don't know if you've heard of this stuff.
Wait, what is this?
So yeah, the HTC Vive Pro I. I'm trying to remember if it was a custom headset because this was months ago. It's either a new headset or just some sort of plug-in thing. While I try to find it, basically it runs something called foliated rendering, where basically the headset can track your eye movement and see where you're looking and only render in higher res where you're looking. So it helps a lot on processing power. So yeah, if you're looking in the center of your headset, it doesn't render. It lowers the quality or whatever of the things rendering around your peripheral vision. So it's going to be a lot easier to run things in VR with that kind of technology. I thought that was really cool. I'm trying to see if it's... Yeah, it's... No, it's just in the Vive Pro, and then the eye will come with it. It's just like a new feature. Yeah, that was cool. We've got this as well. Don't want to talk about this. Whatever. Keyboard and mouse for consoles. Razer Turret for Xbox. It's basically cheating. Legal hacks. I don't understand. I don't understand. Surely some games will make it like a bannable offense if you're moving your thing too fast and then you wasted your money, and then other games won't, but then half of the players are being destroyed by the people with mouse and keyboard. A bit of a weird choice for me, but Have you guys heard of the Razer Nari headphone?
No.
No.
It has Razer HyperSense in it, which I can send you a link now unless you guys found it already. It's basically headphones that also have haptic feedback, so they vibrate your head according to the audio as well. And I remember the early tests have said that they're kind of just annoying. And there was one, I think there was one in your chair, and there might have been one in your wrist rest.
Oh boy.
Which sounds kind of cool in theory, for like, you know, just like to have a physical feedback, I guess, for a game. I'm trying to find the trailer. Is so funny.
They tried something like this in the 90s. You could buy a chair with haptic feedback.
Oh really?
And no one did.
Okay. Maybe.
Well, there was also the Virtual Boy in the 90s.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's true.
Here, just this image fucking cracks me up. Like, it's not a video, it's just the poster for the product. Just this guy's like shitting himself, dude. Whoa! Vibrations.
If my skin would vibrate like that, I would not wear this.
Yeah, man, he's rippling. He's
Like
rippling. Imagine just firing artillery in Battlefield or something. Like, your face is gone. Yeah, it's an interesting idea, but yeah, I don't know if that would work. Yeah, so okay, that's all the articles I had to talk about. Now it's just like games I've played. I wanted to kind of just talk about. Do you guys have any articles you'd like to discuss before we move on? Some sort of news, interesting news or funny news?
Well, there is System Shock 3 that's looking for a publisher.
Oh, really? I thought it was like all set.
No, they had.
ready to go.
I don't remember who the previous publisher was, but they were like, they don't like each other anymore.
I need to play those games because I think they inspired some of my current favorite games.
They inspired BioShock.
Yeah, BioShock.
Heavily.
I know. Yeah, and I love BioShock, so I'm really curious to try System Shock.
You have played Prey, right?
The original, no, nor the remake.
No, not the remake.
No, I've never played a Prey game. They both look good.
Because if you like BioShock, you will definitely like Prey.
I'm sure
Like the new Prey.
It's that genre of Dishonored, Half-Life, Thief, Deus Ex, just single player adventure. I don't know. Yeah, they're all great, but System Shock looks really cool. I need to try that at some point. It looks like a mix between Thief and Deus Ex, which really interests me.
What else?
Oh yeah, Guff, you were interested about Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines.
Oh,
Bloodlines 2, yeah.
Bloodlines 2, yeah, I saw that announcement.
I haven't
That
played.
was quite a surprise.
That is a surprise.
I'm very excited.
Like,
I love the first one.
That was a cult following. Like, the game, I don't know if it did well, but I've always heard every now and again, like every...
The first one did pretty well. It was super buggy. Like, until the last official patch, it was still pretty buggy, but there was, like, fan patches that fix a lot of things. And add also a lot of things. You should definitely, like, graphically, sure, it's not holding up as good, but the game is amazing. I remember, like, the most interesting thing, sure, you don't make your own character.
That's
you
fine
have
with me.
some, but they're like different. They're all vampires, but they like belong to different houses. I don't remember the names. And there's one, and I remember this vividly. It was my favorite house. I don't remember the name, but it was basically when they get infected with the vampire blood of that house, you basically hear voices all the time and become clinically insane.
And
Malkavian.
You can do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
and then all of your dialogue choices, you can always just be like babbling nonsense
That's funny.
or screaming at people all the time.
That's funny. That reminds me of
That was amazing.
in Fallout. You can also do that. I think the originals definitely did it, and I think maybe the newer ones as well. If you
New
have,
Vegas, I think.
I'm not sure. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. We have low intelligence.
Yeah.
If you have really low intelligence, your character just can't speak. Yeah, I love stuff like that. Yeah, I'm interested in the first one. I'm definitely gonna try it before this one comes out.
Before the new one comes out, I will also replay. I think it's available on Steam.
I have it on Steam. Yeah, I have it. Oh,
I have it as a CD somewhere laying around.
Okay. Yeah, and the new one's available on Steam and Epic. So there you go. You have a choice.
Wait, how much is it?
Well, Epic, obviously.
No, I want it on Battle.net.
Vampire the Masquerade. 20 euros! I will never pay 20 euros. I will grab.
Wait for it to go on sale. I have
still.
it. I don't even know how I got it. It might even be on GOG. Just wait for a sale. Yeah. I'm interested in that. Really interested.
Low violence version.
I'll gift it to you. Just when it's on sale, I'll gift it to you.
Fucking German. Like, they don't even care anymore. Like, there are games coming out on Steam that don't have the USB, like the German
Rating system.
Yeah, rating system tag, because they are not released on the retail market, but they are released on Steam, and Steam doesn't fucking care. But as soon as it has a tag, it's censored or something.
Nice.
Fucking annoying sometimes.
Yeah, I'll just gift it to you. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else? Guff, you want to say something? Unless it was that.
Oh yeah, Resident Evil 2 is already a better selling game than Resident Evil 7.
Dude, I love
like
that.
The remake.
I'll talk about it more when we get to that topic, but that was a good ass game. But yeah, that's cool, man. Capcom is doing well now with Devil May Cry 5 as well, and Monster Hunter World.
You played 7, right?
No, I bought. I just bought it. I'm
okay.
ready to. I'm playing through the entire series, every single game except like the Game Boy one. But
yeah. Then finally the Battle Royale for Battlefield 5 is coming out.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Unfortunately, it's not EA's first Battle Royale.
Well, Guff, you can tell us what it's like.
Yeah,
I'm not expecting much.
Yeah, Call of Duty Mobile came out.
All right.
Or will come out. For people who care, I suppose.
All right.
What else? Let me see.
Super Mario Odyssey was beaten in under 1 hour.
Nice. I don't know how long.
59 minutes, 59 seconds.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Nintendo announced 18 more indie games in their latest direct.
All right.
Like Nintendo is really embracing the indie market.
It's about time, yeah.
Like most famous one will be Cuphead.
Oh right, yeah. Oh
on the
yeah.
Switch.
They announced it's gonna have like fully animated cutscenes and stuff now, and it's also coming.
And which is very surprising, they have a collaboration with the developers of the Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Oh yeah.
Is a crossover with Zelda, which is very surprising because this will be the first developer in over a decade, third-party developer who will be developing something for the Zelda series.
Oh, they're making a Zelda game?
Yeah, in the
That's
style
weird.
of the Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Really? So Link is gonna be just dancing around?
Yep.
I hope it's gonna have Danny Baranowski's music still.
Like the most surprising part is that Nintendo is letting a third-party developer touching their
And an indie
sacred IP.
developer, because they did it with
Yeah.
Ubisoft with Rabbids Kingdom.
Yeah, but
This
not
is-
Zelda.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Zelda is. Yeah.
Well, I think Zelda is as cherished as Mario. I would say they would be as protective, but that's weird to me to let an indie developer do that. That's cool. They're good devs, so.
Well, they are not letting anyone else because the last one was on the Sega CD. The last Zelda game that was developed by a third party, and many of us know this.
I didn't know that wasn't developed by Nintendo. I guess I should have guessed, but I didn't realize that. That's funny. Yeah.
So yeah, that's all.
Yeah,
That's
Guff,
all
you
I
wanted to
don't
say something.
No, Rage said everything I wanted to say.
All right.
have. Sorry.
There you go.
Goddamn Rage.
Okay, so we can move on to I guess Resident Evil, since you were talking about that. I started playing Resident Evil from the 5th game, which is like blasphemy to most people because that's when it became all action packed and crazy. And that's a good ass game, by the way, despite what people say. Maybe it's not a good
Is it
Resi.
the Boulder Punch?
It's Boulder Punch. It's a good game. Like, yeah, now that I've played the originals, I see it's not Resident Evil in a lot of ways, but it's a really good game. One of the best co-op games, I think. But yeah, I went back and I finally played Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, and now I'm ready to play Outbreak. But yeah.
Wait, you didn't play 4?
No, because that's not the next one. I'm doing it in release order. Outbreak, and then I'm going to go to 4. I haven't played 4, though. I'm really excited to play that one.
Because 4 is considered like
one of the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
1. Dude, that's honestly, like, I don't get scared in games often. The number 1 scary game for me is Amnesia, Dark Descent. Fucking terrifying. I committed suicide in that game multiple times to get away from a monster. I'm not exaggerating. Like, it was just chasing me and I would just jump into the pit in front of me because I didn't want to be killed by the monster. It was so scary. But Resident Evil 1, surprisingly enough, is probably the second scariest game I've played. There's something about it. Like, even though it's got the weird camera angles from above and tank controls and the voice acting is so cheesy and awful, even in the remake, it was so scary. The atmosphere is so scary. I loved that game. It was so good. Yeah, I mean, Rage and Guff, you both don't like to play spooky games, so I guess I can't recommend it to you, but I recommend you watch someone play it, I guess. Or
I did watch the second one, the remake.
Yeah.
Recently.
I played that too. I haven't played the original Resi 2 because I was like, the remake is out, whatever, I'll play that. And man, that was one of the most polished games I've played ever. There's something so...
Yeah, they did an amazing job.
So high quality. That engine, the Resident Evil 7 engine, is so good. And yeah, like if a zombie would lunge at you and you kill it like mid-air as it's lunging, it'll still kind of collapse onto your character and your guy will like catch it and drop it carefully. And the voice acting is really good. It looks amazing. The atmosphere, it's such a good game, man. And I mean, again, I didn't play the original second game. People said it was one of the best. So yeah, but that...
Oh, but it also had tank controls, right?
Honestly, I'm fine with the tank controls. When you get used to it, it's okay. It makes sense for the camera angles. That's why it happened. Like Resident Evil 4 and 5 also have tank controls, but it's behind you, so it's not as jarring. But yeah, the one thing that I guess the original Resi games that's so good that the remake didn't have was the music. I love the music from all the original games I've played so far. Like the safe room music is so calming but also discerning and really stressful. It's a really interesting mix that I've never really experienced before. I love it. I love those games that I've played. But yeah, the remake was fantastic, just a bit short, but all the games are kind of like that anyway. But yeah, such a good game, man. And then I also played Resi 3. Fucking stressful. The people who have played it will know why, but yeah, good stuff. But yeah, I've been really enjoying playing the Resi games and finally seeing the backstory and just how the games originated, and they're really, really great. Very different to the ones I started with, Resi 5 and 6, but really, really good stuff. So I highly recommend them. Yeah, I don't know why, I was on a like horror spree for some reason, and I decided to play PT because someone remade it in Unreal Engine on PC, and I'll never get to play it legitimately on a PS4.
Unless you buy one for like $1,000.
yeah, that's the legitimate way. PT, playable teaser. It was that Silent Hill demo that got cancelled, and everyone fucking shit.
Yeah, that's when Konami decided to shit its pants
and it had
stop making games.
It had what's his name? That actor, like just he shows up at the end of the trailer. It's like there he is, and now Kojima's working with him on Death Stranding. But yeah, have any of you played or watched PT?
No.
Rage?
Well, I've seen parts of it.
I watched PT.
Okay.
I don't own a PS4, so yeah.
I hope no one gets mad. It was so overrated. Like, a lot of things are overrated.
Well, like I saw comparison videos and such, and like the PS4 version is scarier.
I played it's a really, apparently people said it's super accurate. And I played through the whole thing, and then I watched a full playthrough of the PS4 version. It was pretty much the same thing, minus a few cockroaches. Regardless, it was, yeah, I don't know. I feel like all the people, because it had so much hype, it probably reached a larger audience. And then a lot of these people saying it's the scariest game of all time. I feel like they never just played any horror games or games. I don't know. It sounds a bit maybe mean or weird to say, but it really wasn't that scary. It's just a corridor walker, stereotypical woman sitting in a shadow. And some of the sounds were a bit spooky in the radio, telling a kind of creepy story, and the fucking baby in the sink. It's a little bit weird and creepy and unnerving. I'm not saying it's bad, but it was far from being like, holy shit, it didn't deserve that much attention in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious what people think about that. They probably disagree, but yeah, I don't know. Especially after playing many good horror games really recently before that, it was kind of lackluster for me. But yeah, I was excited to try that, and I was a bit disappointed. Let's see, there's so many fucking games. I'm not gonna talk about Apex Legends, whatever. We're late on the party. Everybody knows about it. It's a good game.
Yes, you can shoot people.
Exactly.
It has horrible content, premium content, but otherwise it's a great game.
Yeah.
Like, it's very like, I bought this season pass and regretted it.
Oh,
I bought it because I want to support.
I saw a lot of comments saying that, like, "Oh, I played the game."
No, it's just the issue is people want to support the game because that's how free-to-play works. Like,
Yeah.
people play the game and they like it and they want to support it, like,
Yeah.
of their own volition. Like, just
Yeah.
want to give devs some money. But if you still have to inspire people with content, and the premium content is just bad, overpriced, very overpriced, and very bad.
I saw a lot of comments saying, "I'm just gonna buy it to support the devs because I already enjoyed the game for so many hours. But if the next premium pass isn't good, I'm not gonna buy it." And I think that's a fair statement to make.
Yeah,
It's really shitty stuff. It's
like, no, it's not just shitty. Like, loot boxes are shitty.
Yeah.
But also the content in the loot boxes is shitty, and even the really good content in the legendary content is sometimes shitty. And yeah, the season pass is unimaginative. Like, you don't have any. Like, they could, even if it's just more garbage, they could have added emotes and shit.
Yeah, it's universally people are saying it's shit. And I don't blame
Yeah,
them.
and the skins are just repaints, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's really bad.
Something that's not bad.
And as I said, sorry,
Yeah.
overpriced, because if you count, like, if you translate it into real money, a legendary skin or a weapon or a character costs you around 18 euros.
Yeah, they need to up that. I was gonna move on since we're on Capcom, and Devil May Cry 5 came out, and apparently it's great. It looks really cool. I played Devil May Cry 4 in preparation for it again, just to kind of replay it. I remembered enjoying it the first time. Man, that game was boring as fuck. Like, I feel like such a downer today, but usually I enjoy games. Have any of you played any Devil May Cry games? Any at all?
No.
No.
Fuck, we don't play the same games now, it seems. Devil May Cry 4. I just archaic design. Like, it happens a lot in Japanese games, at least from a certain period of time. Like, now their games are complete opposite, super high quality. Yeah, what?
Sorry, but that's a Western developer though.
For which game?
4 and 5.
I don't know. I don't think so. It's Japanese Capcom.
Are you sure?
Well, regardless, my point still stands. I was just gonna say a lot of Japanese games from that era carry over these tropes, like shitty tutorials, and then you've obviously got the, like, after every fight, here's your rank, which I'm not saying that's a bad thing at all. I'm just saying it's a trope. And Devil May Cry 4 had this fucking trope as well. Like, I think Bayonetta might have done it as well. After every fight, like, or when every fight starts, it's like, oh no, the doors are locked. Let's show you this barrier being generated. And then you kill the enemies. Let's show you a cutscene. The barrier is fading. Like, every room. Stop it. I understand how the game works. That drove me crazy. And the absolute worst part about Devil May Cry 4 specifically, I don't remember if the other ones do that. I played them a long time ago. Halfway through the game, you go through the entire game, right? Halfway through, you change character, and then you get to the best part of the game. You replay it all again with that same character, going backwards, fighting the same bosses, same enemies, same room, just all backwards with a slightly different playstyle. And you're forced to do that to beat the game, to get to the third chapter where it's actually new content. I fucking hated that so much, and it was like a chore to play through, but I slugged through it. Yeah, that was awful, man. And I don't know why people say the remake DMC Devil May Cry by Ninja Theory is bad. Like, it's so much better than that. But anyway, I need to replay the old games. I remember enjoying them more than 4. But yeah, DMC 5 looks really good. But DMC 4, nope. No. Okay, but a good game that I played, and I know we can talk about a little bit together because Rage, you played it. Shadow Tactics, Blades of the Shogun.
Yeah, one second, like, because I was it is developed by Ninja Theory, like the reboot.
The reboot,
the
yeah.
latest one, yeah.
I'm not talking about the reboot.
I'm
talking about Devil May Cry 4. It's got the number 4.
Yeah,
DMC Devil May Cry's Ninja 3. That game was amazing. I played it like 10 times. But
Right.
yeah, space Shadow Tactics. I don't know why I said space. Blades of the Space. Space Shogun, whatever. Shadow Tactics. What did you think of it, Rage? Have you finished it? How much did you play?
I haven't finished it. I should.
Did you enjoy it though? Like, cause me,
Yeah, it is very reminiscent of the Commando series.
I never played a game like that, so it was like my first kind of jab at it. But I loved it. It
is great.
The dialogue is really good. It's so interesting. The puzzles. I don't know, Guff, if you've heard of this game. Maybe you'd enjoy it. You should check it out. Let me find some footage of it to play here. No, you won't play it, or no, you don't know about it.
Both.
Here you go. You don't have to play it, Guff. I'm not forcing you.
Have you played Commandos, Gov?
Played what?
Commandos, the Commandos series.
No.
Oh, right.
Well, anyway, yeah, it's a stealth game where you control at most 5 people in a squad. They all have really differing abilities. You know, one of them can like wear a disguise and distract people, Hitman style. Another one can like carry multiple or heavy things and throw them. Another one has shuriken. Another one has traps. I love it, man. It's so good, but it gets so hard later on. But every level is different and creative, and it's a really interesting game. Really, really well done game. I really, really enjoyed it. And these devs are making a new game. Well, in what series? Is it Desperados? Is that what it's called? Yeah, Desperados. Yep. Desperados 3. They're making it looks exactly the same, just in the Desperados world. This is not a gameplay trailer. I don't care. But yeah, I'm excited. But Shadow Tactics is a good game, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. It's really hard, but it's good. Let's see. I've also got... I won't talk about everything here. Guff, you and me played a VR game a while ago. We did a video on it called Vox Machina.
Yes.
I don't know if you watched that video, Rage?
Oh, sorry, what was the name?
Vox Machina. It's a VR game me and Guff did a video on together.
No, I did not watch.
It's a... I mean, do you want to talk about it, Guff, a bit?
Vox Machina?
Yeah. Like...
you drive robots and you shoot other robots.
Yeah. I mean, for me, there was limited content. Like, there's no story mode, which kind of... I think we already got our fun out of it. Would you agree?
I would agree.
I would play it again at some point in the future, but yeah, it needs a story mode for me to stay interested. But yeah, would you agree with me that the presence of being in the cockpit was really cool? And they give you a lot of cool gadgets to play around with, and you actually are in control of them. Like, you actually pull down joysticks to move and then fly. You lift it up. You can eject yourself. You even have like a zoom in scope, which you bring down. There's like a little screen and it zooms in and enhances the image. I love that stuff. It was really, as you see in movies, I guess, and then actually tactile, and you could play it. And yeah, I thought it was really fun.
Yeah, the graphics and the impressions and the interactivity is really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there isn't much else to the game.
Yeah, it does. I agree with you. It's kind of like a tech demo. Like it's almost like the concept of, hey, does this game look cool? All right, let's make a game now. Or does this thing that we've done look cool? It is really cool, but yeah, maybe we'd have more fun if we played it properly, like in a full server of players, because it's competitive multiplayer. But yeah, you experience everything very quickly, but it was very fun. I want to talk about it a bit because I don't think many people have. A game. Oh, speaking of Ninja Theory, I played recently Hellblade. I don't know if any of you know about it.
I still want to play it.
Senua's Sacrifice. Okay, I won't talk about it much. Don't worry. I mean, yeah, I'll just say the story was really, really well done. Really, again, really high quality. I mean, there's not much gameplay. There's a little bit of combat. And it feels really good and meaty, but the story was really dark. One of the darkest stories I think I've experienced in a game. Just they touch on a lot of topics that are really interesting and not talked about often. And I really loved it. There's even a VR version actually of the game, where you stand next to Senua. I personally like, because I guess obviously VR is a lot more taxing to run, so the graphics were lowered. I decided to play the flat screen non-VR version because I just wanted the like high graphics. Yeah, it was a good game, man. Really good game. So yeah, Rage, definitely grab it if you're interested.
Yeah.
I love all of Ninja Theory's games. I mean, all the ones I've played, I guess. They're just all so different and so talented. Kind of like Coffee Stain, I guess, with Satisfactory as well.
Coffee Stain, didn't they? That's the developer of the Satisfactory?
Satisfactory, yep.
Yes.
They made Goat Simulator.
They made that goat meme game, right?
Yeah, Goat Simulator. Really good game, by the way. It's a lot of YouTuber bait kind of games, broken, shitty, ragdoll games.
That was the OG.
Yeah, it was the OG, and it was a good one. Like, everything still worked. You know, everything was broken and janky, the ragdoll and stuff, but it still worked. It was. I loved that game. Yeah, they did Sanctum. They did a story about my uncle. They did too many really cool different games, which I always appreciate the developers. Like Double Fine kind of does that as well, although it's a bit more hit and miss. There's another game I was thinking of. Oh, Ace Team with Xenoclash and Rock of Ages. I played Rock of Ages 2 finally. Have any of you played Rock of Ages?
No.
Guff?
No.
Okay, Guff, you should get the game, and you too, Rage. But I think you'd like it, Guff, because it's kind of like half of it is Marble It Up. Where
I have it.
You have it? Which one?
2.
Yeah, we can play it. It's multiplayer as well. It was in a humble bundle. You probably got it from there, or monthly. Oh wait, why am I searching Marble It Up? That's the one I want to show off. Rock of Ages 2. If you don't know what the concept is, it's a game that goes through all sorts of artistic periods of time. You've got like Adam and Eve. You've got the first one had ancient Greek pottery, and all the levels are in the style of that painting or art form or whatever. And your goal is to just roll down this giant hill and smash the enemy gates at the end and kill your opponent. They're within the gates, but both players are doing it simultaneously. So half of the game you roll down the hill, and then the other half is a tower defense where you build like barricades to stop your enemy boulder from hitting your gate. And it's really funny. Like some of the traps you can put are just cows that stick to to the enemy boulder and slow them down. And the cutscenes are really funny. They're all kind of slapstick, and I love that game. Like the aesthetic is nailed, and it's really funny. It's really creative. It's satisfying. I love it. So Guff, definitely give it an install and we should play. You should go through the campaign a little bit to get an idea, and then we can play. And you need to unlock like new boulders and stuff if you go through the campaign. And yeah, Rage. I don't know if it sounded interesting to you, but I would love to play that too. It's a good game. Yeah, okay. I think okay, I'll talk about one more game personally. Maybe 2 actually, whatever, we'll see. Have any of you played Legend of Grimrock?
No.
Guff?
No.
Fuck, you guys haven't played any of these games, and I really thought you would have played Grimrock. Do you know what Grimrock is?
Nope.
Okay. It's a super old school like dungeon explorer.
Doesn't sound like
I'm not. That's not a genre I'm into. But you like.
Oh, it's a dungeon crawler. Yeah.
Dungeon crawler, yeah. And yeah, you just kind of explore. You've got 4 squad mates with you. They all walk on the same tile. It's all about just kind of. But the cool thing about the game is it's not you don't, when you start a fight, you don't stand still or take turns or anything like that. You can move around freely through the dungeon while you're fighting, and you just try and like aim your attacks and stuff. But obviously I love the aesthetic and everything like that, but it really feels like you're exploring a real live dungeon, because there's always such creative traps and like secrets and stuff. Like you'll always find a secret small switch in a wall which you click, and it's not necessary, it's all secret, optional stuff. You click a little thing and then you find, oh, there's a weighted floor tile here, let me leave a rock here, and then let me throw another thing here, and then you time the teleports and stuff. It's all really creative puzzles, and for me the fighting is like secondary. I love the exploration. You can have different types of classes. I love that game. It's really cool. I think you guys should check it out. I think you'd like it. It's so old, 2012. It's been in billion sales and bundles. You might like it. I've been playing that a lot recently. And the final game I'll talk about is I also played Shadow of War, the Middle Earth game. Did any of you play that or the Shadow of Mordor? Rage or Go?
No.
Fucking hell. All right. Well, I mean, there's not much to say. It's Assassin's Creed like,
is it actually not grindy anymore?
No, it's still grindy. They removed all the loot boxes and stuff. I don't know, maybe it was even more grindy before. The first half of the game is great, and then you get to the second half and they're like, do all this optional shit before you can do the final mission. So it kind of broke the flow for me. Like I was enjoying the game and then I stopped because I got kind of bored. And then eventually I finally got to it, but it was like a much later period of time. Anyway, I finished it, whatever. It's a really good game. It's really highly polished. The orc system, the Nemesis system, you must have heard of it at some point.
Yeah.
It's such an interesting system. I really would love if more games did it. Like, I play on the hard difficulty or even harder, the one that's recommended, where basically they recommend it because you get to see the most out of the orcs. So you always have your own like custom story, because all the orcs are kind of randomized, and they're all like bosses, like fully fledged characters almost. They all have their own personalities, they have their own personal fears, so you can kind of investigate and you find out, oh, this guy's afraid of spiders. So then when you try to go kill him, you try and open a hive of spiders, and then he starts to flee and you can easily kill him. But also different orcs have different personalities. So there was one guy who, instead of killing you, he humiliates you. So he would always constantly defeat me in battle and just humiliate me and leave, and he would constantly level up and get even stronger and stronger. And finally I killed his ass, I decapitated him, and then later on in the game, just randomly, he comes back to life, and that becomes part of his personality trait. So there's stuff like that, or you can get ambushed, or there's like crazy orcs that only say one word. There's other orcs that are incredibly aggressive and whatever, and they all have their own interesting personalities, their own interesting ways to fight them, and it's so fun. For the first like 3-4 hours I got the game, I was just doing that. No side stories, no main stories, just fucking around in the open world and killing and interacting with all these unique orcs. I really loved that. And even the story was interesting, but the story missions kind of got repetitive, and you kind of just doing the same shit over and over again. But yeah, it was a really fun game, but I recommend it on sale. But that was a good game for sure. The Nemesis system is something that I would love if more games kind of try to take from that and do things about like that. Yeah, that was a good ass game though, despite the issues. All right, so I'm done. I'll if I want to talk about more stuff, I'll do it maybe next episode. Rage, I'm sure you want to talk about Metro Exodus like I do, because we both recently played it, and we are both huge
but maybe
Metro fans.
Guff has played something as well.
Go on, Guff.
No, we've talked about everything I played.
Yeah.
You don't play video games, Guff?
I work most of the day, so yeah.
All right, so yeah, Rage. Tell me what did you think of Metro? Because we're both love Metro. Me personally, going into this one, I was worried that the open world would kind of ruin it. Because they said it's gonna be a lot more open world. But yeah, what did you think of all that?
What did I think of that? I didn't mind. Like, I also was worried of the open world, like everyone else. But in the end, I didn't mind too much, I suppose. Like, it was... You could feel it was, like, buffing out the playtime as well.
Yeah. It's definitely the longest game.
Yeah, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
No. I mean, I'll start...
And it's also, like, not the entire game. It's not the entire game that's open world. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like, the game itself, really enjoyed it. It's very, very Russian.
Yeah. Wait, hang on. Oh, finally fixed my lighting. All right. So I'll start by saying I fucking loved it. I loved it. It was a good game. Really good. But just like Shadow of War, I felt like it started to overstay its welcome a little bit. Like it was kind of going a bit too long by like the third chapter or whatever. I was just kind of like, all right, I'm really enjoying it, but you can like wrap it up. But yeah, the open world, it was just basically like the surface sections of the first two games, but just expanded. But yeah, like you said, like there's a lot of, it still feels linear in a lot of ways. Like after you're done exploring, you get to a cool new location, you explore it, whatever. I love that you can upgrade your stuff, and I usually hate crafting in games, but they did crafting kind of like Last of Us did, where it's just on the fly, like instant. You just put your backpack down.
Yeah.
You just craft 2 parts, boom, and there's only like 2 materials you need to worry about. Like you don't even think about it. You just grab everything you see and you're done.
Like it's annoying. To some like you find only crafting materials and sometimes ammo. Like you don't find already.
You don't find medkits. You have to craft the medkits.
Yeah.
Or and also they did away with the first 2 games. Like the gas mask was so stressful. It's like, oh shit, my gas mask is broken. I gotta find another one. This one's just like you just repair it. It's the same gas mask constantly, and you repair it. Which fine. I mean, whatever. You do the workbenches, okay, whatever. But there was something kind of cool and stressful about it in the first 2 games. And also, you can't shoot money away in this game because you don't spend money. That was something kind of interesting about the first games, where like you'd start firing and your enemies are burning.
The bullet system,
And you're like, oh shit, I'm literally shooting away my money. That doesn't happen in this game.
No, the game is fine. Like, I really enjoyed it. I played it in Russian, and I really liked it.
Yeah.
And
it looked beautiful, man.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
I cranked up the graphics. I put hairworks on, and like monsters have just like small fuzz on them, and it looks gross. But and you.
It even has like ray tracing now, but
I was gonna suggest it to Guff for the ray tracing. Maybe you should play the first 2 games first. But it had like, okay, Metro for me has always been a really mixed bag with like storytelling. Some of the stuff is really well done, and then some other times the pacing is so weird and off. I don't know if you felt that too. Maybe it's not like that in the Russian language.
No, it was okay.
Okay.
No, it was fine actually. Yeah.
It was fine. Yeah, but it did some really. I thought there were some scenes which were so powerful and interesting. Like some of the strongest scenes I've seen in a game. I feel like I've said that a lot today, but it's true. Like, Exodus did some really cool stuff in my opinion. Yeah, I really loved it. Like, by the way, the reason I didn't put up an episode in so long is because I was doing university stuff, because I'm gonna go be doing some game design this year, and I'm definitely gonna actually keep in mind a few things that they did in this game as inspiration. Some really cool stuff in my opinion. But yeah, I thought it was a really good game. Just overstayed its welcome a little bit, but yeah, I thought all the biomes you explore and whatever were interesting, and it did some cool new stuff for Metro. But in the end, I still I don't know if I prefer more or less than the other ones. I guess it's just different. I don't know. Yeah, I like it the same amount, just it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, It was good though. It was really good, and we can talk about like certain specifics later on off camera. But
Yeah.
it was good, man. It was nice to play Metro again. Yeah, good shit. You should play it, Guff. Experience the ray tracing. Tell us what it's like.
Maybe.
It really looks amazing though, even without the ray tracing. But play the first 2 games. They don't have ray tracing, I know, but fuck off, you've got to do it, man.
Why?
Because story, you can't just bypass story. I mean, it's not.
Of course I can. It's just a game.
It's not super necessary, I guess, but you get a lot more out of it. Are you one of those people that like skips intro cutscenes as well?
Depends on the game.
Like you enjoyed like the Stardew Valley story, right? I remember you knew about it.
You enjoy stories, Gav, right?
That
Yeah, if they're good, they're very
okay,
seldom
so you
good
do
in
give them a
games, though.
chance. You give them a chance.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. You always give them a chance. Fine. If it doesn't grip you,
I
you skip
wouldn't
it.
say always, but
Fucking hell. All right. Well, yeah, that's everything I played. Do you guys want to speak about anything?
What did I play?
You both have been playing games. I just need to think of what.
I played Wargrove.
Wargroove. That was by the Rogue
Wargroove.
Legacy devs, right?
I think so, yeah.
It looked kind of cool.
It's like Advance Wars.
Yeah, it looked kind of interesting. Let me see the devs. It was Cellar. No, is it not Cellar Games? Whatever the fuck. Oh, that was another game. That was something else. No, this is not those guys. This is something else. Well, anyway, it's not the Rogue Legacy devs. Forget that. Yeah. What did you think of that? It looked kind of interesting.
It's like
I was a bit unsure.
Advance Wars. That's all I have to say.
Did you enjoy it? Was it good?
Yes, it is. It is pretty fun. It's the score is nice. Like the music score is nice. The animation is great.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Yeah.
Like really detailed, and you see they put a lot of labor into it.
Alright.
It plays very nice. The characters are the units are interesting.
All right.
But yeah, outside of that, it's really a lot like Advance Wars.
Yeah,
which is a good thing.
that, so.
Yeah.
All right.
What
Anything else?
there?
Guff, I'm surprised I didn't see you playing 2 Point Hospital. Do you know about it?
yeah, I think I finished it.
You have played it?
Yeah,
Did I somehow miss
it
it?
was a long time ago. Like
Oh, maybe I put
6
that
months?
question mark there to suggest how did you think of it? That must have been it. Well, tell us, what did you think of it? Because that looks really interesting to me.
It's decent.
Mm.
It's yeah.
It does
it's
look really
like
fun.
a modern theme hospital.
Yeah.
You know.
You just run the place like just a tycoon, right?
Yeah, and there's like you unlock more things as you go along and stuff like
You
that.
just solve different ailments in different ways. I love that it's
Yes.
I love that how funny it is. Like there's a sad clown here or something. And I see some ghosts, I see some decapitated people. And I saw
Yes.
they recently added head crab inflicted people to the game. So you've got to try and extract the head crab probably. Yeah, it looks funny.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm curious to try that out. Yeah. Oh, actually, Guff, did you ever play Sin VR? I want to hear your review on that. I don't think I
which
can show
one?
that one. I don't think I can show that one.
Wait, which one is that?
It was just
Oh.
some like a VR porn game.
Oh yeah, that one. It's so bad.
I can show.
so
wait,
bad.
I can show the
I don't
first
know.
page. I really hope it doesn't change. Okay, there
Just
you go.
don't play the video.
Yeah, there it is. There's some cowboy lady. Look at all these rip-off characters. Okay, I'm gonna change before it. Yeah, that game looks like something. Looks like some bad shit. But it's free, so I wanted to hear Guff's review because I didn't want to do it, but he didn't say anything. So next time, Guff, you'll tell us, right?
But told you it was bad.
Oh, you actually played it. I thought you were just saying from the looks.
Yeah, I tried
Oh, you
it
tried
for
it?
like 2 minutes. It's just bad.
All right, fair enough. I didn't expect anything more. All right, cool. I didn't actually expect an answer. Nice. There you have it. Yeah. I mean, that's one good thing about not having VR rage. You don't experience this awful shit. Or you can't be tempted to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's everything I have. Do you guys have anything else?
Well, recently I've been playing Warframe again, I suppose.
Yeah. I want to get into that game. It does seem like it's a looter shooter, right?
It still
Kind
has
of.
it's not now I would just say it's an MMO.
Okay, but without the shitty gameplay of an MMO.
Yeah, definitely different.
You have
gameplay.
action gameplay where you move your character
It's
freely.
yeah.
And,
You are a ninja, yeah.
yeah.
Space. But yeah, still some bad things though, because the game grew. Like the game concepts grew not like a normal game design, normally designed game would. Like, for example, I'm still like I've been playing now for a week or two,
Yeah.
and I'm still trying to get how to get to the new end game, and like the game itself will not tell you how to do that.
Okay.
Like,
So
it's
bad
horrible
tutorials.
at explaining its stuff. Like you have to look it all up on external sources.
Yeah, but I feel like everyone has that friend that plays a shit ton of Warframe anyway, so they can explain it to them.
Well, but if you don't, like I'm struggling to find.
Yeah,
how I get
for
to
me,
do-
you would be that person if I started playing.
Yeah, but even I haven't been playing for like multiple years now, and I've started again.
Yeah.
And there is so much more. They added so much more, and I don't like. There's new end game stuff, and I don't know how to get to it properly.
Okay. Sounds-
Like how to make a build that will be viable in that late game.
All right.
And the game will not does not want to explain it to me. Like, I have to look it up somewhere.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so that's a long-standing issue actually. That the game tutorials are horrible, and the content gating is bad.
All right.
So yeah,
But despite that, the
but
game's good.
otherwise, yeah, an amazing game, and everyone who wanted to try out Anthem, but Anthem looks boring, should try out.
I think
Just
they
try
got.
out Warframe.
I think they got players because of Anthem, in the same way that.
They got originally they got a lot of surge because of Destiny 2.
Yeah, that
Because
as well.
Destiny 2 was bad on release, and then people just went and played Warframe.
It's like Diablo Immortal, was it? And then it drove players to Path of Exile.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. And now because of Halo, what's it called? Master Chief Collection being announced, a lot of people are playing the El Dorado Halo Online mod or whatever as they wait. Actually, one cool thing that's Microsoft didn't like give them a cease and desist. Like now they didn't shut them down. Like, hey, we're making Halo Online. They're actually working with the people, or not Microsoft. I should say 343. They're working with the El Dorado mod devs,
Yeah,
which is kind of
basically
cool.
Microsoft, yeah.
It's kind of cool though. I do like that they did that, as opposed to like Nintendo, who would just shut people down immediately, or like Sega worked with Sonic Mania devs, and yeah, I like that. That's cool.
Well, Nintendo, yeah. You could say it's like a bit backward, or like a bit old,
Yeah, they're
Fashion.
old school. Yeah,
but they are just very
protective.
protective of their
Yeah,
IP.
I know.
Which is basically in their right, and it's fine.
Sure. Yeah. I'm sure there's loads of legal stuff
Like
I don't know
they,
about.
they actually there was development. Now you can actually critique Nintendo games, and they will not claim you right way on like YouTube or something. Like they did some changes that should have been done years ago, but they are still like doing them at least.
Yeah.
It's like it just you see they are not ignoring the issues completely.
Yep. All right. Anything else, or should we wrap it up? Goof, you got anything to talk about? Games that you played?
Nope.
Rage?
Let's wrap it up. No.
No? Yeah, we wrap it and slap a bow on there.
Oh no! I wanted to say if
Yeah.
you're interested in Far Cry 5 or Far Cry New Dawn, which is just released, this is right now 50% off.
Yeah, I saw that. That surprised me. But it seemed to like I'm pretty sure I remember seeing the sales were good, which also surprised me. Or they at least outsold Metro Exodus.
That I don't know.
Maybe they didn't. Whatever. It seemed to sell decently, but looks like another copy paste. I'm struggling to get through Far Cry 4 because it just feels just like the third game, even though I played it years ago.
The fourth one, like the only reason why I would recommend it to anyone is the main villain is amazing.
Really?
It's actually amazingly written. Yeah.
I think I haven't interacted with him much, but he seems he's okay. He's interesting. Sure, he's fine, but I don't know. I liked Voss more, even though he was like in your face. But then again, it was like that was kind of newer, like constant interaction with a crazy villain. And
But that has been like the thing with Far Cry villains, like from the very beginning.
Even Far Cry 1, I didn't play that one.
I don't remember Far Cry 1, but the second one also had a villain that wasn't like a villain. Like he had his motive.
I loved like 2, but I don't remember a villain. Let me look him up.
It was that weapons.
Oh yeah, the Jackal.
And in the end, he wanted to kill everyone who was
I
like,
found
bad. Yeah.
Fuck! In every Far Cry though, they find a way to like, we're gonna get you high. Whoa, you're tripping balls, man.
I know. In the second one, there was nothing like that. It only
since
started
3.
With the third one.
Because 3 did well, and it had a drug moment, and it had a cool villain.
Well, because the drug moment was fine, like fun, and I think in 4 it was also okay.
They changed it a little bit. I'm just saying it's so predictable. It's like, you know, we have the towers, we have the villain, we have the American protagonist, we have the whatever. Like everything, you know, they're following a template. Yeah, like Far Cry 4 is a good game. It's fun, but just it's more of the same, and that's same with Assassin's Creed and whatever. Like I always need to have years break between these games. They're good games. I enjoy them, but I can't have them in such a high density in such a short period of time. Yeah, you get fucking high like 10 times in this game. And you're like, and I remember reading someone, or many people said Far Cry 5, you're always captured suddenly by the villain. Like, yeah, what a surprise, you know? But that's the Far Cry formula now. I don't know. Yeah.
No, but 4, like, the villain was great. Like, that's something
I need to
that
interact with them more then. I haven't done that much.
Yeah. Like, in 3, they made the mistake that Vaz died halfway through the game. Spoiler alert, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
you had the most boring generic villain ever.
Yep. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say. I can say this. Fuck it. Last Light is old. Like I won't even say what or whatever. But one of my favorite villains is from Metro Last Light. I think it was a really interestingly done one. Yeah.
Wait. Who do you?
I'll say it off camera. But yeah.
Ah, yeah. Okay, I get it.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, this is good stuff. It's an old ass game. Even if I said it now, it wouldn't matter. But yeah, good stuff. Can't wait to get high in Far Cry New Dawn. And Primal. Do you get high in Primal? They must find a way. There's gonna be some herb that you accidentally.
I will still never play Primal.
You set it on fire, and then you and your dinosaurs trip balls. Are there dinosaurs in that game? I don't know.
No.
It's not. It's like in the Ice Age or whatever. Saber-toothed tigers and mammoths.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, let's wrap this up. Thank you for watching, everybody. I don't know when the next episode will be. We'll see, because it's a mix of busyness and laziness. We'll see how much we've got to talk about and all that stuff. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me, Guff. Go check him out on YouTube. Go search for Guff Travels in a Barrel in Satisfactory. Is that the title, Guff? I don't want to get it wrong.
Something like that, yeah.
Alright. And we've got Rage Wild. Check him out in Warframe. He'll ninja your ass. And check me out in Far Cry 6. I'll be 420 blazing it all day, every day. Thank you. How do I end this? It's been a while. There you go.
Goodbye.
Bye.